So in this video, I'm going to show you how to find business owners who are open to selling before they list their company for sale, and how you can automate deal origination to uncover off-market sellers at scale using AI and automation inside a tool called Clay. So if you're an M&A, private equity, or investment banking firm, this strategy will help you source high-value deals before your competitors even know they exist, without the hours or days of manual research that normally go into this process. So here we are in Clay, and let's say our target, we're just going to keep it general to start with, are US-based manufacturing firms with 11 to 200 employees with an annual revenue of 5 to 50 million. So what we're going to do here, as I mentioned, just put in our employee range. We're going to put in a keyword, which is manufacturing and the United States. And then we're going to simply preview these companies. So it's come up with a list of companies. I've kept it to 500 just for this example. But as you can see here, it's given us a lot of information just through that simple search. So name, size, whether it's privately held or not, country, industry, and a detailed description of what the company does. Now, we know this is just a general search, so not all of these companies are going to be manufacturing firms. So first things first, what we need to do is identify whether these companies are actually manufacturing firms or not. We're going to do that by entering a prompt into ChatGPT, and what this is going to do is analyze the company description and automatically tell us whether it's a manufacturing firm or not. So this saves us hours of manual research, going through each company, visiting each website to see if they're a manufacturing firm or not. So I'll just show you the prompt I have here. So it says, simply using the inputs below, I need you to identify if company name is a manufacturing company of any kind. And here I've got a detailed description of what a manufacturing firm is and what they do. And I've given it the inputs, which is the company website, and the description. And I said, double check each input to ensure you give an accurate response. If you decide company name is a manufacturing company, output yes. If not, output no. Nothing else. So I've run it for the whole table, and it's clearly identified which ones are manufacturing companies and which ones aren't. So as you can see here, it says no, no, no. But then it shows us which ones it actually thinks is a manufacturing company. So the next thing from here is for us to filter out all of the companies that have the response no, and we only want to look into the ones that say yes. So now that we've filtered out the companies that have actually been identified as manufacturing companies, we're then going to go on to the next stage, which is finding this company's estimated revenue. So we're going to use ChatGPT again. And what this is going to do is it's going to scour the internet for the specific company's estimated revenue. And here you can see the prompt that I've put into ChatGPT. So it says, can you search the internet for company names estimated latest revenue? Also use their LinkedIn URL and domain to ensure you look up the right company. Basically, I want it to make sure it uses reputable databases, and I just want it to output the figure. So again, instead of me going through tons of data manually, I can just ask ChatGPT to scour the internet and find the sources where it tells us the company revenue. Once we found the company revenue, now we want to qualify these companies. So we've identified that they're a manufacturing company, and we've identified the company's revenue. So we've got two indicators here showing us whether we want to target this company or not. So I put in a quick formula here to say that if company name has been identified as a manufacturing company and their revenue is between $5 and $50 million, output qualified. And as you can see here, it's given us that output. So now we can filter these out and only target the ones that are qualified. So once we've identified if a company is qualified or not, we're now going to use intent signals to show us the likeliness of this company being for sale anytime soon. So first we're going to start with the company's age. And we're going to use ChatGPT again. So instead of visiting each site manually, going to the About Us section to find what year it was founded, we're going to use ChatGPT, and we're going to use a prompt again, which will basically say, search for the founding year of company name using its domain and LinkedIn URL. Start with the company's domain and check the following sections. So we're going to get to check the About Us section, the Our Story or History page, company overview, and then any other sources that it can find on the internet. So as you can see here, it's gone ahead and output the company's founding year. From that, we've used a simple formula to basically calculate how old the company is. Now, with this, we want to prioritize older companies. So what we're going to do from now is we're going to start scoring these leads based on how strong the intent signals are. And we're going to prioritize the highest scoring leads. And we have a feature here in Clay where you can score each lead depending on a certain figure, number ranges, keywords. So what we've done is we've gone for a number range. If the company is aged from 30 to 100 years old, we'll give it a score of 5. If it's aged 20 to 29 years old, we'll give it a score of 3. 10 to 19, 1, and 0 to 9, 0. And as you can see here, it's output the score. Now we want to find the owners or the CEOs of these companies. And again, we've used ChatGPT to do this for us. And we put in a quick, simple prompt to say, search the domains, search online for the company owners of this specific company and output the names. And you can see them output here. So from there, we want to figure out how old this specific CEO or owner is. Now, people's dates of birth are not accessible and that easily online. But what we're going to do here is we're going to try and figure out what year that specific person graduated from university. And that way, we can then use a formula to roughly estimate how old that person is. So again, we've used ChatGPT to go online and search multiple databases such as LinkedIn and others to find out if we can find what year this person graduated from university, and it's output the graduation year. Then we're going to use a formula which is their graduation year minus 22, which is the average age that someone graduates from uni, which will give us their estimated birth year. From there, we're going to use the current year, which is 2025, and then subtract the estimated year they were born, which would give us their estimated age, as you can see in this column here. So now we're going to score these rows again. As you can see here, if they're aged 60 to 80, we're going to give them a score of 5. If they're aged 50 to 59, then we're going to give them a score of 3. 35 to 49, we're going to give them a score of 1. And 20 to 34, we're going to give them a score of 0. Now we're going to use another intent signal, and this intent signal is going to tell us whether we can find a company successor on the company page, on their LinkedIn page, if there's been any recent press releases or news about someone else taking over the company soon. And we're going to use ChatGPT again to output this information. So as you see here, the prompt says, can you search the internet for a potential successor to company leader's name of company name? So step 1, we're just going to search the company's website. We're going to check out these following sections for leadership details. So the About Us page, team or leadership page. We want to search for co-CEOs, COOs, presidents, VPs. This could indicate to us that they've got a successor in place. And then we're going to go to press releases, investor relation pages, company reports, and annual filings. Look for planned CEO retirements or leadership transition discussions. Then from here, it's going to output what is found. And as you can see here, it's put output of president, chief operating officer, and so on. So for these ones, it couldn't find any successor. So what we're going to do now is score these rows again. We're going to output 5 for the companies that have no successors and 0 for the ones that we may feel like they have. So after we scored these rows, we're going to give each of these rows a final score, and it's going to add up all of the intent signals, and the ones that have got the highest score, so no successor found, company leader nearing retirement, and a company that is quite old are going to have the highest scores, and they are the leads that we're going to prioritize. So from there, we're going to enrich all of the company leaders, and then we're going to run them through an email waterfall, which is going to automatically run them through multiple databases online to find a verified email for the decision maker. And once it's outputted here, we can then go from here, go on to writing messaging and add it directly to an outbound sequence without leaving the platform. And this has basically taken me maybe 20 to 30 minutes to put together. And I mean, it will save any kind of deal origination team hours, days, maybe even weeks worth of manual research. And now that it's set up, I can just start putting more and more data into it, and it will automatically feed it through this table, finding the data that I've requested. So I hope you found this useful. I'll be sharing more strategies on automating deal origination for M&A and PE firms. If you want us to help you build a deal flow system for your firm, check out the link in the description and we'll be happy to have a chat.